right. Oh,
So,
get comfortable.
I'm not comfortable.
Oh, who would be comfortable? All right, guys, so here we are for another one we're talking about. We're talking about Walking Dead, Episode 7, Season 7?
Season 7, Episode
Holy
7.
shit.
The luckiest episode
Double
until
sevens.
well, this should be 3.
This is probably the last.
What?
There's not going to be a 777.
Probably not. Episode 777 of The Walking Dead.
No.
Carl's a robot. It's crazy. This episode was long.
It
and
was an hour and a half.
Lots of things happened. It was not an hour and a half long.
On the TV, it was.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, because it was a long thing in like the version that we watched,
Yeah,
but
it
I
was
didn't
an hour and a
realize
half.
it was that much longer. Shit. Okay. So this is episode 7.
Episode 7.
Episode 8 will be the mid-season finale.
Yep.
So they had a lot to set up to leave you wanting to know what's going to happen next episode.
This was an interesting episode.
Yes.
And this one ended like where I'm like, come on, again.
I know.
So where did it start?
So let's just set here. So I made a note of where the title card, like theme song pops up.
Okay.
Because I took like a quarter of a page of notes before that because they sprinkle in all these fucking things.
Yeah.
Michonne is walking away from those beds.
So it picked up
it's been
kind of where it left.
Yeah, it's been like episodes since she
Yeah.
saw. I don't know if this is a different day or if it's the same day, but she's just like, nope, fuck that, and starts whistling creepily and walking down the
Yeah.
road, waiting for zombies, chops them off and starts dragging one, and you're like, Michonne, and then it cuts to somebody else. It cuts to Rick and Aaron in the in a truck,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, at this point I was like, is this the right episode? What am I watching? What's happening here? Because did they get in a truck and leave in a previous episode? Did I miss that?
I don't recall that, but
So-
things just happened.
So they're in like a truck, and then Aaron says, "Didn't see that last night," and he points, and then it cuts to a different truck and different people somewhere else, right? Who are like
Uh-huh.
looking at a zombie thing in like a mirror or whatever, and I'm like, are Aaron and Rick looking at that? I don't think so, because they're
No.
not near that. What the fuck
That's
is
the convoy.
who directed this? Yeah, that's the Negan truck that you find out very rapidly has Jesus and Carl hiding 4 feet away from these guys who are waiting all
Yeah.
night or whatever the fuck. I'm like, what is happening? What is happening right now? Carl ditches Jesus and he runs to the thing and all this stuff.
Yeah, like
happens.
just watch this like this thing unravel with Carl. I was like, Carl, you have no plan at all. Like he had no plan, and like if his only plan was to actually just kill Negan, fucked that up horrendously.
You fucked it up. He was
saw
there.
him, he could have taken the shot like that.
Why
and
didn't
he
he
stalled and fucked up?
I don't know why he just didn't shoot him. Negan was hiding behind his like henchman kind of a little bit,
But only after the first like 10 seconds. He could have easily got him in the
Well,
very beginning.
and like you shot one guy to get to the position you're at now. Why would you not just shoot a second guy to kill Negan regardless
Yeah.
of whether or not? It was very weird. It was extremely weird.
No, it was dumb, and the idea that he lived, I thought, was almost kind of dumb.
Who?
Carl.
Oh, throughout this whole episode.
Yeah, like, I would have
Something's
been like,
weird.
I
Yes.
was like, he should have died immediately, because like people have died way for less, and if he wasn't gonna die, there should have been a lesson taught like immediately. Other people should have died.
or something, right?
Yeah, because Negan gets punched, he kills a dude.
I know.
Negan almost dies, he does nothing.
So that must mean something special is going on. Let me just say 2 things first.
Sure.
So it ends like the pre-credit sequence ends, I think, with Negan being like, "I'm gonna show you around" or whatever. But I started writing down shit that Negan says.
Okay.
And so I do this when I take notes, because I take notes. And like one of the things I do is I will write down like a quote every now and then. If I think it will like remind me of that whole scene, or if it like is just like a perfect thing that I want to make sure that I have the wording down of. Negan presents a problem because I want to write down every fucking thing the guy says, because I love this dude so much as like a character or something like that. Not everything's like a winner, but a lot of it's really awesome to me.
Sure.
And his whole thing of like, did you pick that gun because it looks cool? I bet you did, or whatever. The fucking just to try to like rattle him and make him like be like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? Like I love the whole thing so much. And then he goes, "You scare the shit out of me," or something like that. And I was like, "I love you. You're the man." And then he's like, you know, like you better take my hand. Like you're lucky you even have a hand. Like you know,
For two
get
reasons.
up or whatever.
Because A, he
Yes.
could just be dead right now, and B, I almost cut your hand off.
I was gonna say literally.
Yeah.
And I think that's when the title comes up, that title card or whatever,
Smart boy.
to get into the fucking thing. I'm not going to have time to screw any of my wives today. And then he looks over near Dwight and goes, maybe one, or something like that. I'm like,
Definitely
holy
one.
shit. Like,
Yeah.
why are you fucking with...
He fucked because he's an asshole.
Because he's an asshole.
And I love him.
And it's great. So Negan's showing Carl around. He like gives a like quick speech and then turns to Carl and says like, "See that? Respect. They're still on their knees, aren't they?" And he goes, "As you were," and like walks away or whatever. And at that point, I wrote in all capital letters, which you can verify here, "Is Negan Carl's new dad?" Which I didn't realize how funny that would turn out to be. Because we're still like 47 minutes away from the ending at this
Yes.
moment when this fucking thing happens. And I'm like, what is happening? I'm like, come on, I'm going to show you the ropes or something. I'm like, was he auditioning to be Negan's whatever now? What the fuck?
Well, he clearly likes balls on people.
Oh,
like,
yeah, big time.
Real quick side note
Yeah.
is I thought of like the funniest parody would be it like to reshoot this with Negan being played by Louis C.K. I think that would be perfect.
What? Just literally,
just picture it.
just shot for shot, but it's Louis
You
C.K.
picked that
instead.
gun because it looks nice, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's cool.
You picked that gun because it looks nice. Just him doing his stupid
Yeah.
fucking things. Oh, God. Well, if we can make that happen, I don't know if we can.
I left Lucille. Really? That's not like me.
Really? No. I was like, I'm holding it, sir. Oh.
So what happens next?
So
he
I
gives-
don't. If we just want to like roll forward or whatever. So like a lot of things happen. There's a long episode and it's dense. I feel like a lot
Yeah.
of things took place, but eventually we're gonna get to like these people are here, these people are there, this person has this happening, he's about to do this. Like and there's a whole like ending thing.
What
So
was
if we
your
just wanna
favorite
pick a whole
line in the
thing.
movie?
Oh goddamn!
In the show, in the movie.
Hold on.
Well, I'll say my favorite line, and you can
Yeah.
peruse, try to find yours. I died, and with a bunch of guys at work said this a couple of times now.
Oh, God.
Where it's like, we almost starved to death. You almost starved to death.
Okay.
I was laughing, and I was like, oh, like, and then
He's
she
like-
starts to cry.
You? And he's like, seriously? Like his whole okay. So like
Seriously?
okay.
Because it's like a little smile, and his eyes are like telling a story
He's
of
like-
like, I'm an asshole.
He's like, for real?
Uh-huh.
No, because at a certain point, he just like it's as if he turns to the camera and goes like, for
Yeah.
what the fuck is this? But so like, again, like I'm a fat fuck. I have no business making fun of this actress or this character or anything like that. But a few episodes ago, when he was like, "Am I the only one that notices you having like a fat lady guarding your food, or something like that, or whatever
Yeah.
he says?" You
I
know,
can't be the only one who noticed. You have a fat lady guarding your food.
and like that killed me. And then I was sitting there like, how is anyone fat? How is she fat? And there's a fat lady in charge of the food. I guess she knows food. I know food. That's how that would
Thyroid
work.
Problem,
It's like fuck. It's like
doesn't exercise.
well, like, but it's the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
And now here he's just twisting the knife, being like, and then he leans in and like and asks if she fancies a shag essentially. And I'm like, this is amazing. I'd be obliged to fuck your brains out
Yeah.
if it's amenable to you. And then she slaps him and goes, I'm like 50%
I'm like
more.
50% more into you right
And like that whole thing, everything, the whole thing is like dripping with this awesome fucking. I'm just like, this is great.
now. He's
I
got
love
this
that this
great
happens.
scumbag swagger about him that I'm like, yep.
Well, and like, so I said something really early, like I'm worried that they're going to humanize him too much, or something like
They're
that.
definitely gonna, and
Um,
maybe even next episode, give him a really humanizing episode like they did with the governor,
I think even here, you're seeing some stuff, and
like
like,
when he feels bad for making fun of Carl.
okay, so I was gonna say, like, he does this awesome thing where you're not sure even if he's fucking with you yet, because his sentences take so long to happen sometimes, where you're like, I don't even know
Yeah.
if you're fucking with me or if you're honest, but he clearly has like something, right?
Oh yeah.
And even the stuff that I don't think is 100% true, there's something to it when he's like after he like irons the guy, he's like, I never want to have to do this again. And he's not saying it sincerely, but he's saying it, and the way he's saying it made me think like, I think he'd rather not do this. I think he'd rather you just fucking listen to what I say and just be
Yeah.
like whatever. I was like, okay. But yeah, when he feels bad for Carl, when he's like when he's talking about
You
the
sick ass rat ass eye.
because I'm not done looking at it yet or something like that.
Can I touch it?
And Carl starts to like hyperventilate, like I can't. This is too much for me right now,
'Cause
or whatever.
His eye looks not what I would have pictured either.
So I wrote the eye looks horrible somewhere in here.
It just looks like a black emptiness that is like like polished over with black. Like
It looks like it was like close your eye and we went and like put something on your face or whatever the fuck. It looks bad. I thought it looked awful. I don't know how you feel about
I
this.
thought they were gonna CG like so that I could see into it more and give it depth, but they
Yes.
didn't really do that.
There's no depth. It looks fake and shitty. It looks like a Halloween costume. These things don't bother me at the end of the day, but that it's weird to have so much dialogue about something that I think looks so bad.
Yeah.
No one's gonna fuck with you walking around like that. You don't. You better not wrap it up or whatever. I'm
Now
like,
get
no.
the hair out your eye.
His whole thing. It took me like half a beat even because he's just like like they're talking and he's like, wait. It's like talking to a birthday present or something like that. I just gotta unwrap it, and I'm like, the fuck are you? Are they fucking like notes or whatever? Like, oh, his face is wrapping literally. I was just like, let me see what we got, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Can I wrap back up? No.
Yeah.
But I like that, and I like that. Like Carl starts to cry. He's sad because he's disfigured. He's a teenager. Life's hard. You lost a fucking eye. You look weird.
Yeah.
And then he's saying, "Oh, kid, I didn't mean to fuck me."
Yeah, I was just busting your balls. Hell, your father's supposed to be teaching you about that. And that, and when he said that, I was like, oh, like he's his new dad. He's adopting Carl essentially, which would be, I don't know how I'd feel about that. I don't think that would happen. What's happening?
And I don't think so. Like originally, I was like, well, he's not going to give Carl back to the thing, and then he does bring Carl back eventually.
Yeah, well, then
and I was like,
he's
I
there,
guess
yeah.
because if he didn't bring Carl back, that would have forced Rick's hand. Rick would not have stood for losing Carl.
Right.
You know?
Well, so that's okay. So just to like skip some of the side branches, like that, it's going to be episode 8, I guess, right? Is Rick comes back and there's a showdown. Like, why are you holding my
My daughter,
my
yeah.
baby and talking to my son and here number
Why
one?
are you accosting my fat women
What
and
the
taking
fuck's
my...
happening? Why are you making everybody cry?
Yeah.
What's going on? And he's going to be like, Rick, we got a bit of a problem with your boy. I think he might make a deal and be like, the boy comes with me and there's something happening or else this and this and this or something, right? Could that
Either
be,
this happens or I'm going to take your daughter and I'm going to raise her as my own.
right? I'm taking one of them. It's your choice or something like that, right? Something?
Yeah, maybe.
Ugh. Because, like, this is weird. He doesn't kill him. He doesn't hurt him. He hurts his feelings and then apologizes
Yeah.
and then escorts him back and then waits and plays with the baby. That's crazy. I love
Now,
it.
like, something unexpected has to happen.
Yeah.
Like, somebody dies, maybe?
Think?
Who could be killed? Well, it will be the mid-season
Well,
finale, potentially.
Yeah, so it's
So somebody could just straight up die in the next episode.
We could definitely have a death. I think it's impossible, or it's difficult. It's not impossible, but it's like before you could predict based on certain factors. The Negan element here now, because
yeah,
he could
he's
just
such a wild card.
he could put he could just pick someone and kill them, and you're like, okay, well, I guess I see why he did that in hindsight, but it's hard to tell what they're gonna do with it or something.
I get to see the preacher going like, "You don't have to do this." Didn't have to do that either.
Watch your mouth. Okay, so that segues in, I guess. So there's always other characters, right?
Yeah,
So what's his name? The guy that was hoarding food. What is his name? Seth?
Seth, I believe.
Really? I
Seth
guessed
or
Seth.
Keith or something.
Ah,
No,
ah,
Keith is the other guy.
Heath.
Heath.
Keith. Toby.
No, it's Heath.
I'm talking about Seth though.
yeah, I
Because,
know. But I had that
yeah.
name in my head, so maybe it is Seth.
So Seth, we'll call him Seth for the purposes of this. Deanna's son is
Yeah.
Seth, and Gabriel go out and they talk or whatever, and they have that weird thing. I wrote down the tremendous shit speech where,
Yeah.
where he's like, because Seth, it's not Seth, is still like, Rick's the problem. Rick sucks. We gotta do something about that. And Gabriel's like, you are talking to the wrong person. This man saved my life. You are a tremendous piece of shit, and I'm gonna walk home. Which is, in the zombie apocalypse, that makes so much more of a statement than it does.
Oh yes,
in any
especially
other
if you're
part
like a
of life.
pacifist preacher.
Preacher man, yeah. So he just, and like he's still walking, and you're like, holy shit, this is not just him like because when Seth gets out of the car, I'm like, well, he's gonna run over and be like, dude, come on, I'm sorry, listen, let's just whatever. And then the
Yeah.
zombie walks out, and then like the plot takes them or something. But I was like, oh no, you just never see them again for the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
You follow Seth, who goes to a hunter zombie who sees a bow, and he's like, "Fucking hey, I can give that to the saviors. This is gonna be awesome. And there's a weird like pulling and falling, and then not biting his crotch, which I thought like his arms fell off. He can still bite you in the crotch. What are you doing?
He died or something.
The
Somehow.
zombie guy, right?
Yeah, I was like, oh, the fall killed you? I don't know.
That didn't make sense to me.
No.
I was like tense, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why
Yeah,
are you
because he
doing
got
that?
so close. I'm like, don't lean over him. What are you
No.
doing?
Yeah, weird. Like, cut his head off. Cut every zombie's head off. Throw the head far away.
Yeah.
Step on it. Make it flat. But he finds like the list, and at the end you find out that was like a cache of canned goods and
I had an
supplies.
assumption that it was something
Yeah.
like that. I wondered how that guy died in the first place. It seemed like he was coming right for that guy. Like he knew he was in that thing. Like it didn't seem like he just
Okay.
happened upon him.
So that was really weird because he runs off into the woods, and I don't know like why he did that or what his plan was or what was going on, but he happened across that guy, which happened to lead him to the supplies.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he knew something about something, right? That's
Because
weird.
he had like a grappling hook thing with him. Like that was like exactly what
wow.
he needed to do with that.
Ooh,
Like why would he have that? He had to have known he
That's-
was there.
that's 10 times worse. I guess they knew, and he was like, I remember, because there's a part of the episode too where it's like, well, there are some sites we haven't checked. There's some potential here. Rick and Aaron end up at some weird camp place where they think that there's supplies. 'Cause that's the name of the game now. As the Sabers are coming back at some point, we gotta have some shit for them and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But that's the end of that. But that dovetails because he meets up with Rosita and Eugene when he gets back to Alexandria.
Yeah.
They were off making that bullet that we had all the talking
Yes.
about since episode like 2 or some shit.
So they have a bullet.
So they have a bullet, and they also have like a problem, interpersonal conflict problem. Cause
Yeah, she went off on Eugene like
Yeah.
so hard, and I honestly felt bad for him because he definitely was trying since then, and not the whole like you tried participation award, blah 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 blah. Everyone's worth something. Like no, like he was doing shit. Like him and Abraham got into a fight just beforehand because he was trying to do more things, but at
Well-
the same time he was also like I can make us fucking bullets. Like
So Eugene, who I don't have a tremendous amount of sympathy for at the end of the day, because whatever,
yeah.
it's apocalypse. But generally, I mean, he's the guy I would be in the apocalypse. I think, and like partially, in certain ways. But he had this like redemptive arc where like he got Abraham to be like, you know what, you're right, you are a survivor, and he like basically offered himself as a sacrifice. He's like, I will drive the RV out of here.
Yeah.
Here's the bullet making. Here's the map and like some basics of gunpowder for dummies. But fucking, I'm gonna go do this. So he, in my mind, had been like ratcheted up with like what's her name and the other guys who like in the beginning it's like you're just a dude. And like Rick and Daryl have to like protect you, and now it's like no, you can like ride shotgun with like Daryl and go do this thing. You can clear a room, you can do your stuff. So in my head, I just assumed that's what they were doing with them to make room for new characters that we don't know about or whatever. And no, now that she just knocked it all back down to like you're a fat fuck, you're a piece of
Pretty
shit.
much.
Get out of my face, make this fucking bullet, do something with your fucking stupid life. But you're meh, fuck you. And he and then she's like, "Listen, I was just trying to get you there, dog." And he's like, "Negative, fuck you."
save your sympathy for blah blah blah. I did not believe you. You meant the words.
Yeah. Perhaps not your intent, but the content of your things. It's all Eugene.
Which I think will lead potentially for another rise of Eugene.
Right?
Or Eugene gets shot by Negan
Oh Lord.
in the next episode. Well, but you can't have you kill my man.
Right?
And then
At the
Rosita
end
will
of
be
the
like,
day,
I
though,
yelled at him.
someone must, and that'll be her thing or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck. But that's the end of that, except that she has the bullet now.
Or Rosita in the next episode tries to kill him. She fucks up and he kills
Eugene.
Eugene. Yeah.
Ugh. I don't want
Either
Eugene,
way, Eugene dies.
I don't want Eugene to die. But at the same time,
I give
would
it a 20%
understand.
chance.
If someone has to die, that kind of is not the most absurd.
Because whatever will make
Option,
other
right?
people feel bad, I always think it's a good death.
Well, and this show has a habit of kind of like setting that stuff up, where it's like, why is this character being redeemed, or why is this character, like, wait, so Abraham's like, when you was pouring the batter, were you trying to make pancakes? And he's like, I got a new woman, and like maybe life's gonna work out, and like no,
Yeah.
that's how they always kind of do it,
Yeah.
Maybe life's not so bad. Yeah, it's bad. Life's extremely
life's
bad.
bad.
Fucking. Let's keep going around the horn, I guess. You see
Sure.
Daryl a little bit in this episode.
Yep.
Doing some
And
stuff.
Daryl talks in this episode.
He says, "What is he doing here?" His voice is so funny. I don't know why he sounds like that now.
I think it says he hasn't talked or gets enough water or some shit
well,
for like a long
yeah.
ass time. But he even says something like, if you hurt him, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's daring for a man who's in prison.
Yes, and that I think is what loops back around to like Negan being like, "Hey, I'm taking the boy out for a bit. Why don't you go back in the hole for a little while?" And he's like, "Oh, fuck it," and he like throws him back in there. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
because he didn't want Daryl, I guess, to see them leaving and then be like, okay, now now's when I make my move. He's got the kid. Now's the time. So he like
Yeah.
cut that off or whatever. But then of course, well, Daryl was cleaning up piss. He was like standing next to people and not talking. He says like the one thing, and Negan's like, "What the fuck? Like, don't talk to me."
Yeah.
Like whatever, shutting him down, stringing him out.
Easy Street.
They talk about. He's like, it's time to go back to Easy Street.
Yeah.
But no, like they talk about Daryl like a little, where Carl's like, "Why am I still alive? Why is anyone still alive?" And Negan's like, "Well, your dad's getting me some good stuff, and Daryl's gonna make a great soldier once he comes to his senses. You, I might have to kill."
I love though how Carl says like, "If you knew anything at all, you'd have killed us all already."
Yeah.
Like, not something you want to say to someone who can kill you already.
Who can kill you now? Not like theoretically,
No, like,
but in
there
this room.
No issues at all. Negan has the resources; he can kill you himself. Like,
No, yeah, I don't know. Well, and that was like, that's the balls I like coming out of you and all that stuff. Because that was after Carl was like, I can't deal with this right now. I'm not here. I'm leaving my body. And then he like comes back and is
let me
all
sing
like,
"Twinkle Twinkle" for you.
oh God, oh God, fuck.
It's all right. You can look at my wife's tits; they don't mind.
That was one of my favorite. Okay, not that exact line, but right before that, he leans in and says, "Kid, I know. Listen, all the women where you're from look like they do the books at an auto body shop. You're gonna want to look at their tits." And he goes into the whole thing. Just
Yeah.
that line of like, all the women by you look like they do the books at an auto parts supply
Yeah.
shop. I was like, and I'm like, that's ridiculous. There's plenty of attractive women in pants who are dirty usually, who are not. Okay, fuck, damn. That's very cutting and a hilarious way to put it, because he's a wordsmith and he's intelligent and conniving.
Yeah.
And he doesn't just say like, "You're not used to such attractive women." He says that instead, and I love all those
No, it
choices.
punches harder. Yeah.
Yeah, where he clearly, ugh. I have nothing but love for Negan, but I wrote down some shit about the wives. We
Sure, what do you
mentioned we mentioned the dude getting ironed and the other wife and
Yeah.
things, and he made a mistake and fucked up the thing, and there's rules, all that stuff, right? I don't know if you have any thoughts. You know?
I did think that like when he gave that girl the option, he's like, "Oh, you can go back. I got a job
Yeah.
for you." Blah blah blah. Like I was like, "All right." I'm like, don't choose that, because you're all gonna get the worst possible deal possible. You're gonna be like,
Well-
"All right, you guys are now stools that zombies sit on." What?
Well, he said like, there's some job openings, for you, for your mother, for your whatever, hell, I'll put you all in the same detail or something like that. She's like, and that's what makes her like jump out of her seat, like,
Yeah.
no, or something like that. Because I think then, yeah, job is, and again, I'm
Like
not,
zombie wrangler or
I
whatever that
don't
shit
know
is.
what those people are doing. Okay,
I think what I've interpreted
Yes.
it is, so there's a bunch of like skewered, tied up, whatever zombies in a circle around their camp.
right.
I think that's a scent mask. So like zombies
Ooh.
don't come over there.
Okay.
I could be wrong, because I've also like experienced like a zombie makes a noise and another zombie comes near that noise, and
Yeah.
like they don't like rip their heads off. Like they're still able to talk. So like they could attract them via sound.
Well, that's why they herd is each zombie, and right, that's
Yeah.
the idea behind the show or something. So no, so like really really early, when he says, "Get up, kid, I'll show you around," they pan up and you finally see the like scope of the compound,
Yeah.
and it's an old like factory or something,
Uh-huh.
And yeah, out front there's like concrete and embankments and whatever the fuck, divider things and chains and skewers or whatever you're talking about. But I don't know why that requires such maintenance, or why there's so many people in like the sweatshirts that have to do this.
Yeah.
I still I feel like it's like breaking rocks in like an old prison, but I
Kinda.
don't get it. I haven't seen the right angle on it
I
to
think
understand
they
it.
will reveal that at some point.
I hope that when the heroes try to go and do something, that plays into it, and there's a way.
Well,
of
it's
that, right?
certainly a defense mechanism,
Yeah.
but like it has to be like they get through it, so it's not everywhere. It's at
Yeah.
least car distance around it.
And it's not an alarm, because they're always just moaning and shambling or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck. I don't know. I don't understand it. I'm probably just being dumb. But what do we got here? I gotta unwrap my birthday present, Lucille, and all that shit. "You Are My Sunshine" is what he sings.
Yep.
And he says the iron should be ready, and all that fucking shit happens with the
Yeah.
iron.
It's a very
So-
weird, low-tech way of doing. It's just like an old metal iron.
It's an
in a
iron.
Fire.
Yeah. It's not like an iron, like a pig iron, like a blacksmith iron. It's an iron like you iron your clothes with iron.
Yep.
And it totally like skins like like melting off and
Clean
all that
that
stuff.
up.
Ugh. Ugh. I would not want to have to do this ever again.
No, I'm surprised he does it himself. You'd think he'd have someone else do it.
I like that he does it himself. I dig that. Because you're not scared of, like, Master Blaster, like the Executioner guy from whatever. You're scared
Yeah.
of Negan.
Yeah.
Negan's going to do it. He's going to give a long speech. He's going to say I have a small dick. No, we have to follow the rules. Like, it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Which I'd love. Fuck.
No, Negan definitely powerful, and that kind of shit. Like you can see the respect and the fear, and it goes hand in hand. And it's like
Yeah.
people don't know what to do. There's no one going to react otherwise, because who knows? Honestly, the next person could be worse than him.
Yeah, it was weird. Like in my in between times, I've pondered more about because I've had some weird reactions over time of like, why is he doing this? Oh my God, this is horribly inefficient. Because I think of everything modern perspective, And I actually, when he says like that stuff your dad should be teaching, this is what guys do, is bust each other's balls. I almost feel like the show creators might be setting up a thing where Negan's way is like the masculine way, and Rick's way is like the feminine way, or something like that.
At least at times,
Yeah.
Rick's bit necks out.
Rick was, yeah, but now that he's like settling down or something like
Yeah,
that.
I
there
think
was
it's
an
because
effort
he's
to
got
do
things
something.
to lose. Like,
Yeah.
when you were fighting to get to where they are now, it's different than when you're there and now
Yeah.
in a bad position. He's lost after just losing two of your like family members. It's easy to see how you don't want to lose more, and if the price is just give somebody some food or bullshit.
Yeah, no, and Rick's totally on board, but you can watch, and I guess this is part of it too. Is like, what is it like? Okay, it's like it's like the first Pitch Black with
Sure.
Riddick, right? So like, it only makes sense to tell a story when the guy that can see it in the dark shows up to the planet with the night monsters during the eclipse,
Yeah.
right? It only makes sense to like tell the story of Negan and the Saviors when this group shows up, when there's instability with his wives and Dwight and all this weird shit's happening, when like Michonne, Rosita, all these different people are off on their own, all being like, no, fuck this. Maggie and Sasha are still somewhere like, no, fuck this. There's all this stuff brewing and all these things happening, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's a fucking coincidence that all this shit is going on at the same time as there. And it's like, well, no, that's why it's a story, because this is what's happening now.
Yeah.
Like Negan finally met these people who are not standing for it potentially or something, right? They're trying. I don't know if we're gonna see all those efforts fail and like nothing happen or whatever. I'm not sure.
Some clusterfuck is gonna happen next episode. I know.
Yes, in this finale.
Yeah. And Jesus is still at.
Jesus too. Yeah, the list is so long. There are so many like simultaneous efforts
Yeah.
going on to like dethrone
And
Negan.
it could easily be just the next episode is two characters just doing nothing all episode. Like.
Oh my God! It better not be. I have wanted to see how Carol is doing the whole time.
Oh yeah, we've only seen them once.
Yes, we literally said, well, the next one has to be Carol. I think twice now, because we're like, well, they have to loop around and do everybody, and
Yeah.
we saw them for the one episode. Morgan is still there. Morgan's a soldier. Carol's a soldier. If you're gonna go up against Negan, you're gonna need this.
Yeah.
They're gonna show up on like horses with a full like thing
With
going.
monkeys.
With monkeys on horses. It'll be amazing. Fuck. All right. So where does everybody end up?
The end is on the porch.
I just mean, well, so there's always different groups. Michonne, it turns out was dragging
yes.
was dragging those zombies to make like a road
A
distraction trap.
blockade-ish thing where she can
So
get
okay.
taken to Negan. So yet another person.
Right, that's what I mean. Is like every like thread ends with like we about to fuck Negan or something like that. So she pickup truck rolls up. It's a female savior. She gets out of the car to be like, what are all these zombies doing here? And then a sword shows up next to her head.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did she sneak up on her like that? She's on the side of the road. What's going on? It was like goofy looking to me. I don't know if it triggered you in the same
No,
way.
it didn't grab me.
But she got the drop on her, and she's like, take me to Negan, and she like slams on the back of the truck. She slams on the brakes. They have a little like fight, no,
And
fuck
she
you, slam her head.
wins.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, now take me to Negan again. And now they're going. So they're potentially on the way to like the Negan
So
stronghold.
at Negan Stronghold, you would have Jesus, you would have Michonne, and you would have Daryl.
So
And
also,
then Negan's not even there though.
yes. So that might be it. where something happens there without Negan, and Negan and like his smaller group have gone off. I think Dwight's in Alexandria, or is he back? We don't know,
I think he's there.
because well, no, because he didn't go with Negan, right? Negan took the truck with maybe some people, because someone else opened the door to Alexandria who wasn't one of them. So then Rosita's like, they're here, or something like that.
Yeah.
So he took like a small group. But so Daryl is back in the hole, but he gets a note.
Yeah.
Who the fuck did that?
I don't know.
Was it one of the wives?
I
Was it
always
Dwight?
picture it's Dwight's wife,
Yeah.
but who knows?
So he gets a note, says go now, and there's like a key on the back, I think.
To the bike, presumably?
I don't know. To the cell he's in? That can't work like that, right?
Probably not.
Well, yeah, the keyhole would be on the inside, but I guess they wouldn't even do that.
Would the keyhole be on the inside?
Yeah, because the lock's on the outside. There's probably no lock. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't think about it too much. But I'm wondering.
But he's, so like...
If
like,
he does go now, he can run into Jesus.
It's like you're saying, Carl is left, but then like Michonne, Jesus, and Daryl are there, but Daryl's in the hole, except Frink maybe is getting out of the hole. Could be a small fight
Yeah.
there. Could be a small skirmish. And Rick and Aaron end up, I'm not even sure where they are. What the hell's going on with them? Do we know that place from like before?
I didn't think that was a place that we'd ever seen before, but they're at some sort of like gun refuge. Some dude who has like an island.
And puts notes out for people. The only reason you've gotten this far is because I'm dead or something like
Yeah.
that. And there's like a lake with zombies everywhere and a boat and then like a supply depot potentially.
Yeah, so the issue now is that they could come back. Negan's there with his daughter, just ripe to take the supplies they bring back.
I guess. I assume that when Rick sees, if they're still on, like, they want to just sit on the porch all day waiting for him to get back. But, like, if Rick rolled up with, like, I got your canned beans and string beans and shit, or whatever the fuck, and then he sees Negan with the bay and, like, Carl right there, like, oh, fuck, anything's going to happen. He was going to, like, I hope, reverse his, like, I'm a broken man that's trying to play by the rules
You would think.
thing. It's like, listen, you don't get to come in and like fuck with us like this. We're giving you this stuff. Just come on.
I wonder how pivotal Negan is to, like, be the head of this operation. If they
Right.
killed Negan right there, next episode in
Wow.
in Alexandria, could they take on the Saviors?
The hope is that without Negan, there's like a power struggle and all this fucking shit or whatever, right? But like, I don't know. I go either way on that because part of me is like, well, you kill Negan as like the final boss, and then it's just like whatever. They'll go scatter and do their thing. Part of me is like, no, it's probably a guy 10 times worse than Negan who's been waiting for the day.
I don't know if that's possible.
I don't want to see Dwight be like the head of the Saviors. That wouldn't work.
Mm-mm.
People, I don't think most of those guys would follow someone who's not Negan.
Yeah.
So like he's the glue holding all these rogues together,
Yeah.
basically.
I think other people would try to burn you and they'd just shoot them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Fucking-
predictions for the next episode?
Oh God, it could go in so many different directions. It's gonna be a finale, so something has to happen, right?
Yeah.
Maybe just we have to. What do you think?
I think
I think a lot of things.
somebody dies. And if it's, I can't see. I see like Negan being that character that's gonna be kind of like Lafayette, where even when he was supposed to die, I don't know if he's
Oh.
gonna die
Because I love him so much.
because he's so popular.
Okay, is he actually popular?
Oh yes,
Everyone loves him.
Negan and Daryl are like the number one, number two.
Do you think he could ever become a good guy? He literally personally murdered Abraham and Glenn,
I don't know that he
can't
could ever
become
be
a
a
good
good
guy,
guy.
right?
I'm trying to think of a situation where that could happen.
right? I don't think it's possible.
The only situation where Negan becomes a good guy is if like a zombie horde comes through, the groups are split in such a fashion that it's like Negan, Carl, and like somebody else, and like they survive together for so long, and he's like, no, he saved me, like, and maybe I don't know, but even then,
Okay. Could Michonne, Jesus, and Daryl fight with the people when Negan's not there, see that the real monster is the people, and Negan, like in our Hitler Vampire Hunter screenplay, was actually just doing all this to keep all these monstrous people
No.
in line? Okay.
I don't think so.
That's all that I could possibly picture.
I can't picture that.
And be like, no, he's the one
No.
keeping the lid on Pandora's box. full of bikers. Why are there bikers? I don't know. Whatever.
Why not? So last licks?
I'm very afraid that like we will. It's this type of show, not this type of show. It's this show's type of like tactic to be like he's holding what's her name, baby, Judith. Yeah,
Judith.
He's holding Judith. It's like holy shit, and the next episode is literally like Rick and
Not them.
soggy Rick and Aaron doing whatever, and they never even go back to Alexandria. Yeah, you got some cool stuff happening with Jesus and Michonne and all
Yeah.
that, and then you see Carol and Morgan doing something somehow, right?
We suffer
And
from having
then-
too many split character development lines of bullshit.
Well, and they'll pick the ones because they ended this one on like, ooh, like, hey, baby, and like everyone's on the edge of their seat, like he's literally, and then like pan over, there's Rick with
Yeah.
like his cans, and you're just like, oh god, oh no, bad move.
I could see Judith dying.
Yeah.
I could see him killing because Judith is dead in the comics.
Oh fuck, is she dead by a human or a zombie?
She gets shot.
Oh fuck. Oh yeah,
But
yeah, like a bullet goes through or
It
something.
goes
and
through the
kills-
mom into the
Whoa.
baby.
It would make it easier for the show to kill Judith, but that's another thing. Like you're saying, like he had to not kill Carl because that would like unbreak Rick's spirit or whatever, and Judith
Yeah.
would do the same sort of thing. I'm really concerned.
Easier to kill her than Carl, though,
Yeah.
for the show.
Yes, logistically much easier. I'm worried though, like I'm saying, that like we're gonna get something, but we're not gonna see the resolution of that one thing.
Yeah,
that we
I think
want.
I'm sad to say I think you're right. It's just going to be a totally other characters, and we're not going to get anything jolly.
Because like I think with Negan away, there's a lot of opportunities for shit to go to hell at the Savior compound
Yep.
with people you barely know. It's like, oh, that guy's talking now. I think he's been in some scenes and like
Maybe
fighting.
Michonne will
things
fight
happening.
that girl.
I was just gonna say, well, I could not like remember her name. It sounded like Israeli or something.
Yeah, forget it as well.
But yes, because we've seen some people here and there, and you're kind of like, maybe you're a character.
Yeah. I don't know. So we'll see you next week when hopefully we have some stuff to talk about. That's awesome.
I will leave you with this.
Sure.
There are rules for a reason. Nothing matters if you're dead.